Is that enough?
That is a no. All right, man. We back at y'all. Goddamn it. We had some technical issues, but y'all come on back up in here, man. Everybody shoot that live
Please.
link. Shoot that live link back out. Tell everybody come on back up in here, man. We back. Come on up in here. Goddamn it.
Hey.
Let's
We
get some
back
sun.
and we better.
Yeah, man. Bree is in the kitchen. Everybody
I
who watching,
want you better.
she cracking eggs like a motherfucker and shit. Some people would think that right now that means that Bree got a dude at the crib. Got in here baking like a motherfucker. We got Sister Mo. We got
Why?
Sister.
Why does that? Why does that have to mean that? Sorry,
Um,
go ahead.
because we've never seen you in the kitchen or talk about the kitchen before.
Well, whoop, there it is.
Thought you knew. There you go. We got Sister Mo in here with the sultry background.
We back in this hole. What up, y'all?
We got
Yo,
we got JC up in this motherfucker.
yo lo que mi gente, ya tú sabes, esto es lo que hay.
Mo, tell him one more time.
Howdy.
How to get what the fuck just happened? Tell him one more time how to holler at us and for the giveaway coming up on Friday.
Yes. So if you are currently tuned in watching us right now, y'all need to do yourself a favor and go over to the No Strings IG page, which I'm always posting on. Y'all be seeing it. I know y'all be seeing it. Underscore No Strings. We are accepting entries to the giveaway until Friday, until 7 p.m. So we're kind of opening it pretty close to the show. Y'all go to the IG, enter in. All you got to do is follow the page. If you're already following the page, tag 2 friends, add your hashtag on the post that's on the page, and then of course share it. And I'll get your entry in. We really only have like 2 people right now, so I don't know what the fuck y'all playing. If y'all wanted to just go ahead and give them the money,
We could,
do
right?
that
So
too.
y'all don't want no money.
In this, well, hey, motherfuckers, they got their little Trump checks, and
I
now.
know, acting like they too good.
Look, I'm finna do all the steps. Get my own money back.
Right?
Oh, dead ass.
Hey man, y'all see, I apologize for technical difficulties, but we back up in here, man. We talking about tonight. Are you single until you are married? God damn it. We gonna get it the fuck in. I don't want to belabor the point or belabor the moment. So,
What?
nigga, that's a big word. I used that shit on Scrabble the other
I'm
day.
sorry, I was confused. He said belabel.
Well, I said it wrong at first, Mo. I've been drinking, and you
Okay.
know, so
I've been drinking.
right. Anyway, god damn it, y'all know what the fuck I mean. So let's get to the shit, man. Single until you married, right? Personally, me, I'm on the fence with this one. I don't know where the fuck I am with it. Maybe one of y'all can convince me. Mo, what say you?
I don't like that phrase personally.
Belabor?
I mean,
You don't like that phrase?
I don't like no. I'm saying, I don't like the phrase of you're single until you're married. Like, I don't like that. I don't know why. I just don't. I mean, I understand what people mean by saying that. Like, yes, technically, you're single until you're married. You're not technically like full blown committed. But if you're gonna make a commitment to a person, you're technically not single in my book. But that's just me. I think the people that use that phrase, they use that phrase in a context to where it's like it's okay for them to do wrong things. That's what they want to do. Like they want to do shit like cheat and go and fuck with other bitches and other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm single till I'm married. Until he put a ring on it, so they want to get married with me. I'm single. Like, bitch. Well, just go ahead and be single then. You don't need to be doing none of that with nobody. But that's my perspective. I personally don't like the phrase because I really think if you choose to do a partnership with somebody or like a relationship with somebody, you're no longer single technically at that point.
Bacon Brie, talk to me.
Um, I used to not like it, but now I like it.
What the hell?
The phrase.
I told you she got a man. That's why she
So-
baking right now. I tried to tell y'all. I tried to put y'all up on game.
No,
Go ahead.
you didn't. You're not hearing me. I used to not like that phrase. Like I'm single
Oh,
till
you
I'm
like it?
married.
Oh shit.
But now I like it. I don't think. I feel like really like. I honestly can't see myself like living with a dude that's just my boyfriend. Like if we not like finna like be on the path to marriage, I'm not finna just live with you and we just boyfriend and girlfriend just in here parlaying. Like no. So I feel that 100%. I think that's okay. I wouldn't mind.
So you still
Like if we're dating like exclusively, of course you're gonna have boundaries, but at the end of the day,
Oh,
there's certain things that you can't tell me that if we're married, like there's totally 2 different things. Like if we're married, okay, I'm gonna listen to you a little more than if we are in a relationship. Like,
JC, balls in your court, young man.
Well, let me get the organ for this one. And now obviously this is my opinion, right? But I feel like like Mo said, if you're committed to somebody and you're talking to that one person, then stay committed to that one person. You know what I'm saying? Don't. And that's my opinion. You don't have to obviously agree with it. I get that stuff. But if I'm talking to you, then I'm just talking to you. I'm not talking to another girl. I'm not talking to another chick. I'm not. It's just me and that one person. And obviously, like Mo said, if I'm a date you, is with the potential, or I was agree that said, if I'm dating you, is with the potential of something more than just a relationship. I'm trying to take this the long way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take it for a long time. I'm not dating you just to date you, just to pass the time. Nah, I'm dating you because I see a potential in you, and I know that we can be great together. But if you're not, if you don't see eye to eye with me, then I mean, we're not gonna see eye to eye all the time, but on this certain thing, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, um, I don't know. I don't like the phrase. I'm not with it.
I don't know, man. Ain't nobody really convinced me yet. I'm still on the fence. I'm still on the fence.
so no,
I'm still on the fence, man. Well, because I think Bree made some good points with it, right? That like I do think, because I am married, right, at this present time. So clearly my ass ain't single. Let me fucking clear this shit up before I fucking have some issues. I am not single, goddammit, all that. But to Bree's point though, I think that in a relationship, and like I said, now being married, I think that there are certain things that you can say and or expect from a person when y'all are dating versus when y'all are married or whatever you would. I don't know if people consider like once you get engaged that like basically at that point are you still technically single? I guess maybe that's the like, is that the gray area? Like you didn't say nothing about that, Bree. I know that you might be in favor of this now, but what about once you get engaged? Is that are you still single or would you consider
oh no,
that?
I mean, if you're engaged, I feel like you already know you're gonna get married to that
Okay.
person. So it's like, I feel like engaged is like we're already married. We just haven't like made it official, like
I'm with you. Okay.
State.
I don't know, but I still feel like engagement is even like a big step though, because like, I mean, I understand what y'all are saying when it comes to like, oh well, I'm not gonna be sitting here like basically acting like a wife to somebody who I'm not a wife to. I get that part about it because you definitely never want to treat a nigga like a husband whenever y'all aren't really married. You know what I'm saying? Like, because niggas will get comfortable with that. Women get comfortable with that type of stuff, and then it might just cause issues. But when I'm saying like, okay, so if you are in a long-term relationship, wouldn't marriage be a possibility anyway? So it's like, even if that engagement isn't there, if it's something that that you two are eventually going to get into, it's just maybe not the time yet, are you still technically considering yourself like just single at that point whenever you may know that there's someone that you do want to marry or spend your life with? Like,
I feel like if I'm with someone for a certain amount of time and we haven't like done it yet, like what are we waiting for? That's the right time. Is it money? Like, is it stuff that's actually practical, or is it because you're just not ready as a man? Like, when should I wait around 2 more years, 3 more years? Because I know women that been engaged or been with a boyfriend with a man for so long and live with him and share all their finances, but he doesn't ever want to get married. I'm not gonna sit here if that's what I want as a woman and my boyfriend or whatever, he's not trying to give that to me. I'm not gonna stick around and just wait and be like, oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let me ask this, right? On the heels of what Mo was saying, what about, right, a situation where y'all are together, it's quote unquote a commitment or what have you, but should because my thinking at this point is, should the mindset be, yes, I'm with this person, you know what I'm saying, I'm not actively quote unquote cheating on this person, right, and going on dates, but I'm also not necessarily like shunning away other options. I know that can sound fucked up, but I'm just saying, like, should you maybe, because like, if I'm combining what Mo said with what Bree said, should you maybe then kind of leave the door open?
I'm like, hang on, Roy. I'm sorry, Bree, but yo, always like overpowering his talking. I can barely hear what he's saying.
Was it really that loud?
Yeah, nigga, you
It
whipping
was
it.
just like
What
at
is
the
you
same
whipping,
time,
nigga?
His mic is always low.
I was trying to ignore the shit. I was trying to ignore the shit. I swear, I was gonna ride it out. But in my brain, I was like, this nigga is cooking crack right now. Jesus. What in the fucking world? Whip it. Whip it. No. But okay, but no. I was combining with what both of y'all was saying, and I think so. I think maybe is there a gray area where you say, yes, I'm not gonna actively cheat on this person. Like I'm not like quote unquote going on dates, but should you maybe not, or should you maybe quote unquote like leave the door open to where if you meet somebody that's interesting that you might, because listen, to Bree's point.
What's the point of dating?
Well, I'm getting there, and I know I'm fucking stumbling around, but it's complicated in my brain at least right now. But to Bree's point, I think it's a time limit on the things too. So like the point Bree was making, like, yo, if y'all been doing this shit for a couple of years and y'all still in the same place, then like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Am I like I'm speaking as a woman right now. Shout out to my LGBTQ. Are you supposed to just like sit there and just like wait until this person gets prepared and you're prepared and you've told this person that you're prepared? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you do? I think that you should at least have the option of knowing that there's somebody out there who might be a better suitor.
Yeah, because I feel like some women or some men get stuck in situations because they think they've been with them for so long that they are going to get eventually what they want. But some people are selfish and they may not tell their partner. They may not want to be that committed to that person. And that's the sad reality of, you know what I'm saying? Unless y'all really ending, or if you're really okay with not progressing in y'all's relationship. Like, I just couldn't see myself just being with someone for so long and it just at a standstill. Like, it's just like, it is what it is type deal. Like, some women are okay with that, but I just feel like I couldn't be with someone for so long, and then like, what if I just do meet someone by accident and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I just feel like, you just never know.
Bree gonna pass up her blessing waiting for this nigga.
Exactly. And I feel like I did miss out on some real people because I was so stuck on someone because they were telling me all the stuff I wanted to hear, but actually I wasn't gonna get it ever.
All right, JC and Mo, y'all talk to me, man.
Yeah, go ahead, JC.
No. All right.
What?
I mean, me, I can see where you're coming from, where you say, you don't want to wait, for this nigga to propose or whatever, or for this guy to make a move and give you something secured, right? Because I do believe that it can take 3 months for somebody to give you something that a dude couldn't give you in 3 years. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. A woman can give a guy in 3 months what a woman couldn't give what the other woman couldn't give him in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
I believe that. I do believe that. But you got to consider every single factor when it comes to stuff like that. Because me, if I'm investing my time to be with that person, I'm gonna make sure that every area is covered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna better myself for that person, so that I can give that person what they want, what they need, or what they're asking for. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's a tough situation though. It really is. I think that every person should walk into a relationship with expectations. I think that everybody should walk into a relationship knowing what they want and how are they going to compromise certain things that they need to compromise in order to make the relationship work. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be willing to sacrifice something to make the relationship work. And that for me, I think that's just the law of nature.
I'm with you. Talk to me, Sister Mo.
I don't know. I mean, like, I understand what y'all are saying about, if shit's not moving along, then, everybody has their breaking point, I guess.
Right.
But I don't know. I have in the past explored other options because I thought maybe what it was that I was dealing with wasn't the best situation. And all I can say is that sometimes the grass ain't always greener on the other side, because something might look new and good to you, and somebody's telling you all the right things because they want to make you theirs. So it's not always that. I mean, I understand that there are people who come and go, but it's really just a matter of like the situation that you're kind of going through. Because I've had situations where I left my current relationship, or started kind of maybe having interest in someone else, thinking that it was going to be better, or what I wanted or what I was looking for at the time, and it turns out to be like a worse situation than I was in, and I ended up being with somebody who was worse than the person I was with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just really depends on like the people that you're choosing. If you're really taking that time to really sit with that person and like kind of discuss or like really know what it is that they want to do. I mean, you don't have to set it and plan out your whole life, but I mean, if you're gonna actually commit to someone, you definitely want to be able to know that y'all are on the same page going in, because it would probably stop, like, resolve issues that may occur later on down the road. But I mean, I don't know. I understand the whole thing about blocking your blessings, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, sometimes it looks good from afar because it's new, it's different, but it may not be what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just really kind of depends. I mean, I was in a relationship. I had a long-term relationship when I was younger, and we talked about marriage and stuff like that. Like, we were both kind of on the same page, but like looking back on it now, I'm just like, but I was also younger, so it just really, I guess, depends.
And it could all well be a distraction as well. You know what I'm saying? It can be something to take you off of your path, your course, wherever it is that you're trying to get to. And
hey, JC, JC, your audio is a little bit garbled, my dude. Just a little bit.
Garbled.
Yeah.
know?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Nigga, go ahead.
No?
Yes, nigga, go.
Nigga, I can't hear you.
Well, nigga, we can't hear each other. All right, goddamn it. There you go, nigga. Put one in.
Can you hear anyone else?
I can hear everybody else. Go ahead, nigga.
Anyone else?
I can hear everybody else. Go ahead, nigga. This nigga.
Okay.
All right, goddamn it. Well, let me talk to the ladies. Oh, hold on. Lionel trying to get in here. Maybe that's what's messing it up. Let me see if I can admit Lionel in. Hold on.
Yeah,
I know.
Look at
What's up, Chef Bray? Hey y'all, what's good?
Lionel just jumped off in the building like a damn ninja. What's up, Lionel?
What's up, fam bam?
It's on you, dog. We getting it in right now. We talking about, are you single until you're married? Talk to me, Lionel.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like that's a good question. Let me think if I have the motherfucking answer, because I've been thinking about that for a minute. Seriously, that's a good question. But
right?
I don't think so, because I feel like single is singular. Like, let's just break down the word. Let's start there. Single,
Let's go.
Singular, one person.
Okay.
So if you got somebody, even though you're not married, no, you're not single, because single means one person. Like, means one. So that's like kind of my take. Even though I see what people are saying, it's like, no, when you get married, you become one, and like that's the one, and like, but I don't think it's that deep. I feel like you can have a very real like situation despite not being married. And then whenever I saw that question being posed, most people were responding with like finances, like, okay, so when you file your taxes, can you like put them on there? No, then you're single. I'm like, I'm not gonna base my marriage on like taxes, okay? Like, we're not gonna do that, because at that point, we're talking taxes. We're not even talking about being single and like, So I think you can be single and very much still be. I mean, you can be unmarried and very much still be like committed in a relationship. You don't have to be married to like be taken. That's crazy.
I'm with you. JC's back. JC, can you hear us? All right. You
I
sound.
literally just swiped and saw him. What's good, JC?
What's up?
All right. Breeze gone now. Hey, we playing musical cheers, man. Tag you it, JC.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jay. You was making a point before we had the audio issues. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
All right. Well, y'all niggas is. I'm the only person drinking, but apparently everybody's drunk tonight.
Oh, I got you. My bad. I remember now.
Okay.
So I was saying, that that other person can be a distraction. You know what I'm saying? You're working towards a certain goal. You're working towards certain lifestyle. You're working towards trying to build something up with your significant other, and then somebody else comes in and tries to distract you. You got to be careful of that too. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very mindful. You got to consider absolutely everything when it comes to this point, because you don't want to lose something that you've been trying to build up for a long time. Because the worst thing an investor can do is lose everything that he's worked for at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And I think especially when you're trying to build a family, or when you're trying to build a you know a relationship with somebody that you truly care about, you got to definitely weigh in the options, whether or not it's worth you losing this person, or do you really, or are you trying to lose this person because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think, and I think everybody should come to the point where the point of maturity, where they don't longer um, they no longer choose because of um, how can I say, um, they don't choose just to pass the time, but they choose because they're trying to build. They're not choosing to waste nobody's time. They're not choosing because they feel lonely. They're choosing because they want something to build on. They want something to look forward to in the future. You know what I'm saying?
No, it
I
makes
feel
sense.
you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I was gonna make that comment
Go ahead,
too, that
Mo.
there are people out there that are just kind of like dating to date, just to be with someone or to have someone. And then there are people who are actually, looking for that commitment. So I definitely agree on that portion. I remember there's this girl that I follow on Twitter, that one time was just like, yeah, like I don't date to marry. I'm dating so that I can like find out what it is that I do and don't like, because I'm not going to understand what it is that I don't fuck with until I really get out there and experience it for myself. So she was more on that type of perspective of like, I'm not dating y'all to marry per se. Like that's not my mindset going into the relationship. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't date to marry. You know what I'm saying? Like there are people who do and there are people who don't. Like, and the people who don't, it's really just either like they have their different reasons on why they're not dating to marry, but not everybody does. So I mean, I was gonna throw that out there too. Like when it comes to maybe being with somebody who's not even like, because I another big thing now I've been kind of hearing from people here and there is that they just don't believe in marriage, or they just don't want to get married. Like it's not something that they want to do. Um it's not so much of a goal, I feel like, as it was for maybe generations before us. Like my generation now, for sure, like people are not pressed about getting married. Like, so I think that's maybe why that
It's
single
very
until you're
few.
married type of topic is like very like, I'm really single till I'm married. Because I mean, people want to be single definitely. They just kind of want to have that freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't ever want the ring. Some people don't ever want that commitment. And and I mean they just gonna be single forever or what? But I feel like that's where those are the people who really come with that statement that I'm single until.
I think the sing. I think this is a woman statement. I'm on the fence about whether or not I agree with it, but I think this is a woman perspective statement. And here's
Yeah,
why
I
I
see
say
that
that.
too.
Yeah, and here's why I say that, because unfortunately in this society, um, the
What's going
pressure.
on?
I don't know what's going on, nigga. You good? Flip your. What's going on with your screen? Flip your screen, Bree. You all sideways and shit. You cooking.
Y'all the one that's sideways.
Oh, okay. Everybody else is wrong. Um, she's one of them
I'm
niggas.
like 4-1, but
Yeah, she
okay.
one. She one of them niggas.
I'm the one.
Everybody.
Y'all need to fix y'all shit.
Everyone was y'all all was
y'all,
sideways.
y'all are all
So that
wrong.
means your shit need to be turned.
Hey,
It
I
did.
agree.
It
Hey,
did.
Roy,
Yeah.
real talk, Roy.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. I think this is more of a lady statement, because and I say this very respectfully. I say this very, very respectfully and non-judgmentally. But I feel like women has felt like they've been oppressed for such a long time, under the rules of man and what we want and what how we want it and the way that we say it goes and this and that. And I feel like religion has a lot to do with that too, where they say the woman has to be submissive to their man and the man is the leader of the
Oh
household and this and
shit.
that and blah, blah, blah. But they forget to mention that there were women in religious times that also stood up to lead the people. You know what I'm saying? So I believe, if you consider a man as the head of the household, that's cool. But I also believe that there's women that are stronger than men. And I believe that there are women who are way more independent and way more smarter than men. I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly. I seen a video meme that said this is why women live longer than men, and you see two kids playing with a garbage lid hitting each other in the face. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, especially today, where everything on social media is accessible. You gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful. You know what I'm saying? You have to see every side of the story, and I think women have been have become more independent to where their voice is now a lot stronger than what a lot of men thought they would be back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to let Lionel get in here in just a bit. Let me just say this. I just want to finish this point that I was trying to make because I don't disagree necessarily with what JC said. But here's where I was going with the woman point was that I feel like this is kind of a woman question. Only reason being is because where we are now in society, men are the ones that are supposed to quote unquote propose or tell a woman, hey, I want to ask for your hand in marriage, right? And all that movie shit. That's what the man is supposed to do. So technically, until the woman
Right.
gets a man to ask her that, what the fuck is she supposed to do, right? And so to the point that Bree was making earlier, do you just like wait around with a motherfucker until he figures it out 3 or 4 years down the road, right? Or do you leave your options open to say, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I like being with this motherfucker, but I'm not gonna like allow somebody I meet that's dope that I vibe with to necessarily just go by until this motherfucker because this motherfucker's trying to figure it out. But go ahead, Lionel.
Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy to have somebody like. I mean, you're not stepping up, so I'm looking for who's ready to marry tomorrow or
Well,
next
not
week. That's
well.
kind
So
of crazy.
I'm not saying necessarily ready to marry, but I'm just saying like clearly you're not ready, right? Let me not say that because I don't know if you're ready or not. I don't know what motherfucker. I'm not talking about you specifically.
No,
I'm just
I'm
saying in
following
general.
you, yeah.
I'm just saying in general. I just don't want.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying that. I don't know if that's what Bree is saying, but I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just saying that like if you're a woman and you've been with a guy and in your mind you're like, yo, we've been together like 4 years. I would like to marry this dude, and he's not there yet. What do? Do you just wait?
You literally, I mean, of course you have the decision to like jet. That would suck though, but you have to wait. Like if you're really invested, like you wait because in a relationship, things don't always align at the same time. Like unfortunately, that's just not how relationships work. So one person could be on their financial shit and rocking the world and like conquering any business venture that's in front of them, and the other person just can't even figure out the first thing about finances at that point. And then like the roles reverse, and then like at some point you guys are sync, but it's just not like synchronicity through the entire time. And that goes for marriages or like the engaged stage as well, and like wanting to be married because sometimes like once you guys are engaged, because in my case, like I'm engaged already, but I just don't feel confident in like just marrying because I just want to be more solid of a person. Like I want to like just be more of myself whenever I make that kind of commitment. Not that I'm not committed already. Like I technically feel like I'm married anyway, but I just want to be a certain person whenever I'm like at that altar, like putting that ring on her finger. And like I've grown so much. I'm just not there all the way. So like that's the thing. It would be crazy if like I'm doing all this striving and growing and like you just can't be patient. Like you're like, we got engaged last year, why are we not married yet? And like you want to run from that. So that would be crazy. Like time is not a factor and when it comes to love, because love genuinely is, and we're talking about marriage, so yeah, we can say love for what it is. It's eternal. It's not a thing that's just like here and physical in this world. So we got eternity. Like we're not trying to rush into a marriage and just like be like, we need to do this in 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, because it's about readiness and preparedness. Otherwise, you'll rush into it and you'll lose it faster than you even.
I'm with you.
Okay, so question: what if you are engaged and you feel like years go by and you never are really ready? Would you tell that person, or would you just be like, "Oh, I need more time. I need more time."
Here's my
I
question
know.
to
I feel
that.
like there
Why
is
would
like
you get?
I feel
My
like
bad.
there's
Go
a
ahead.
No,
time.
let
I
him
mean, like
answer. Let
sensibility
him
is a
answer
thing.
my
Like
question.
obviously, you don't want to spend 20, 25 years like in an engagement. That's like crazy. 15 years, like 10 years is probably like the limit. Like you probably don't want to
Jesus
go past that.
Christ, Lionel.
Oh,
10
oh,
years?
absolutely not.
But at the end of the
Absolutely
day,
not.
people have to grow. Like seriously,
So
You
hold
you
you're
on.
just have
growing
to.
before you ask me to marry you.
Oh.
That's true too.
Yeah,
I
okay.
agree. Listen, I agree with Bree on that one. You can't, and this is my opinion. Nobody, I hope
Yeah, of
nobody gets
course.
offended by it.
I'm gonna get offended.
But
Go ahead, nigga.
I don't think you should ever propose to anybody if you ain't ready for marriage, because you're not gonna propose to somebody and then wait 2-3 years to marry them, or to have
Hold
the
on,
actual
nigga.
ceremony. You know
Hold
what I'm
on.
Says
saying?
who?
Yeah, I was gonna say I did. Fuck you.
Well,
I
I
think
don't
that's
think
a
there's
common
nothing
thing. I
wrong.
feel like it's only
This is
certain
why I
people
said this
that
is
are
my
ready.
opinion. This
I'm
is why I
fucking
said
with you.
this is
I'm
this is
fucking
my
with you.
opinion.
I'm fucking with you.
This
Go
is
ahead.
what I think.
Go ahead,
You
nigga.
know
We
what I'm
fucking
saying?
with you. Go ahead.
I believe uh, once you propose, you should already start working on the actual wedding,
Oh wow. Okay.
because and the reason why I say this is because if I'm gonna ask somebody to marry me, it's because I know for a fact that I'm ready to marry them. I know for a fact that I got myself in place to marry them. I got what I need to make sure that I can provide for them, that I can support them, that I can push them to their maximum potential. I know that if I'm asking you to marry me, it's because I feel like you've completed everything that I've looked for. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not there yet, I'm not gonna ask you to marry me. You know what I'm saying? This is me. It's my opinion. Nobody, like I said, I hope nobody gets offended or nobody takes offense. But this is me. I'm not gonna ask you to marry me and then wait 5 years for the wedding. That's that's just me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna marry you, and then we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about the wedding. When we're planning at the wedding, a year later, cool. We have what we need to get done. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though.
Talk to me, Mo. Hold on. My bad, Lionel. My bad, Lionel. Hold on. Let me get Mo in here. Mo, talk to me real quick.
um,
Talk to me, Sister Mo. God damn it.
so I mean, y'all kind of ventured off into something else, talking about being ready for marriage and like not, as far as like being engaged. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say, I don't think there's really anything wrong with waiting on the person that you love. You know what I'm saying? Like for a little while. Now, if you decide to stay for a long while, I mean, that's still technically nothing really wrong with that if you choose to do it. But the one thing I will say is just don't be bitter about it if it doesn't work out or if it doesn't go the way that you want it to be. Don't be mad about it because you made the decision to stay. You have to be conscious of the decisions that you're making when it comes to that. Like,
Right.
that's your own. You got to be held accountable for that because if you sit here, quote unquote, wasting time, you chose to waste your time with that person. No one's forcing your hand to do it. So that's what I will say about that situation. And something I was going to say about the single till I'm married type of topic, being a woman phrase. I forgot exactly what JC was saying, but
Fuck JC.
I was gonna piggyback off of it a little bit, I think. But,
go ahead.
I was basically gonna say with that, damn, I done forgot my whole train of thought right now. Hold on.
Shout out to that
what I said
weed.
about that,
Shout
what I
out
said
to
about
that
was
weed.
that I feel like women have become way more independent and are now a stronger voice in today's society.
Okay, well,
And
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that to a point. I also think to like the reason that it's quote unquote a woman phrase is because especially with maybe like so more so my age women, I feel like, well, I've encountered a few of them, and I'm pretty sure women out there my age definitely have come across them as well. But it's just like coming across men that are just like, that they are just trying to like have you do whatever it is that they want you to do and not extend that that title. You know what I'm saying? Like they just like they want you to basically do
Like
white
there's nothing
things,
else coming.
and we still just together. You know what I'm saying? But I'm expecting you to do this and third, because I've dated someone like that who had the expectation of what the woman's role was and what I was supposed to do and this and the third. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, it's like, I'm sorry, but you're not my husband. I'm not finna do shit for you like you're my husband. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I think that's really more so why it may be a woman's phrase, because we do deal with niggas like that. Like I've dealt with niggas like that just really, you know, like, oh, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? Like, bitch, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you really, like, I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be unhappy doing things for people that don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, maybe he does deserve it, and I'll do that willingly. But for whenever people are just like expecting of it, or just have that, like, I mean, it's nice to think the old school way of just man providing everything, and like, you know, we can just be at the house tending to the house, but that's just not what it is today. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it is. Times have definitely changed, and we have to change with the times. So like,
right,
with women in my generation especially, it's like, I know we come across men who are definitely on that in between. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like from here on out, it's going to be more like, you know, women being independent is of course a normal thing now, but like, it's like our generation is still kind of has that idea of the traditionalism, only because they were kind of born in that time frame where it was kind of still wearing out a little bit. It wasn't 100% like, you know what I'm saying, to where women are just out here. Like, so I think that's probably where that disconnect comes from, because it's like, you know, women want to be like, you know, I want to be respected to a point where it's like, you know, you do things for me and I'll do things for you. But, you know, there are some men that we come across where it's just like, nah, I'm like, you need to be doing this, and this is your job. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I'm sorry, but if I'm working 40 hours a week, my nigga, ain't nobody finna tell me that I'm finna clean clothes, dishes for the whole house.
Well,
you know
how's it gonna get done then, Mo?
Somebody that wanted that. You know
how's
it
gonna get done?
Huh?
How's it gonna get done then?
Shut up.
Girl, don't even listen to what he said.
Anyway, but I dated somebody that was like that, and was just like, you know what I'm saying, why isn't my laundry and my dishes and my food done? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, hold on, because I just got back from work just like you did, working a 40-hour week just like you did. We can split that shit. We can help one another. But the fact of the matter is that you want me to just come home after I'm still working my ass off just like you are, but you don't have to do shit, because that's the woman's job.
See, I
remember one time, and I agreed to an extent, because his mom tried to like tell me some shit one time. Like, she was just like, yeah, she was basically, I mean, she wasn't being rude. She was just like letting me know as a woman. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, look, like, I understand that it's two of you in there. She was like, I really do understand that. But you have to understand that whenever people walk into a house, they're looking at you. They're looking at the woman of the house when it comes straight down to it. Like, so regardless of what it is he does, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to maintain your space. And she was letting me know that. And I'm just like, you know, and that was like a woman to woman talk, regardless of her being like his mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that, because I'm like, you know what, that is true. Sadly, it's true. Like, as soon as we come in here, it ain't about the couple. It's about like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She ain't in here cleaning, she ain't here doing this. And that's because that's just the you know, the first thing that people turn to. That's what it, I guess, always was. So it's like,
yeah,
I think that's the old way of thinking.
For sure.
Because now, like, the roles are flipped at my parents' house. Like, my mom's the one working, my dad's the one retired. So if she come home and shit, now, you know what I'm saying, not cleaned up, like, you know what I'm saying, like, she gonna be looking at him like, damn, really, my nigga, like, you know.
Yeah.
That's
so
beautiful.
I think that's just old time thing, because I do believe that to a certain extent. But I'm sorry, but if my husband's home majority of the time more than I am, you best believe you better hard to stop playing. I know that.
Well, y'all niggas are talking crazy.
Maintaining the house.
You don't clean. You don't clean.
I pick up after myself. I'm not sure what you mean when you say clean.
If obviously, if you don't live by yourself, if you're living with someone else, maintaining a house is everybody's job. It's everybody's job. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
You guys got to definitely split the chores. If she's cooking, I'm washing the dishes. You know what I'm saying? If I'm cooking, I'm washing the dishes anyway.
Oh, this nigga. Okay, this nigga's disqualified. I'm out on this nigga.
Hold on.
Let me talk to Lionel. He got some sense. This nigga JC just gonna suck up to women.
No. But real talk.
Are you
real
giving
talk.
pedicures too, nigga? Fuck out.
Yeah. Nah.
Nigga.
Nah, but for real though, on the real though, I think maintaining the house has to be a team effort. It has to be a team effort, man. No matter how you distribute the chores. It has
Okay,
to be a
watch
team
this.
effort.
Watch this. What about cutting the grass? Is that a team effort? Oh,
I wouldn't have
okay.
an issue with
That's
that.
part of maintaining the home, though.
Okay.
That's part of maintaining the home, isn't it not?
Okay. Alright, I know.
Is it
It's
not?
fun. Hey, it's funny to me too, man.
Is it not? Is it not part of maintaining the home?
JC, you know damn well you're not finna have your lady outside cutting the grass, my nigga. Stop.
Of
What
course
if you
not.
out for work for like a month and the grass need to be cut? You just gonna wait for home? Wait
No,
for
y'all
him
are
to
gonna either wait or y'all gonna hire somebody. Stop, nigga. Y'all are Bree. Yo,
Hey, don't be mad because we get somebody to do
Yeah.
it instead of doing
I'm
it.
not. No, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
No.
What do you
I'm
need?
sorry, but
Oh,
I'm more,
Lionel's having a whole other conversation.
I'm more cared about, like, I'm not gonna waste money. Like, I'm not no bougie ass bitch where I can't go outside and go mow the grass. Maybe I ain't weed eating and doing all the extra shit, but I'm gonna cut the grass. and
You
eat
see,
shit.
so you're not gonna do it right. All right, cool. So you purposely not gonna do it correctly. All
It
right.
ain't not
Don't
doing
complain.
it. I'm just not doing it.
You never satisfied.
Clearly,
Never
that sound like a
satisfied.
man. Sound like a man.
I mean, honestly, the thing is, for me, from my perspective, like, not only was I doing that shit whenever I was young and in the house, you know what I'm saying, like living with my family, but I live on my own now. So it's like, who goes sit here and take the trash out? Me.
Right.
goes in
Like,
here
if you
and
don't
bring
have a
shit up?
choice.
From downstairs, me. Like, I'm gonna be the one to do it because I'm the only one in this house. So it's not good. That becomes just like a normal thing whenever you're an independent person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with
somebody
you.
who really just does shit because it needs to be done. Like,
I'm with
now
you.
I will
Like,
debate
I'm-
on the dishes.
I don't know
because
how the hell we
you're
got on
really not
chores. Can we
doing
get back to the damn are you single? Because we didn't deviate into the goddamn chore responsibility. Jesus Christ. What is wrong
I
with
know,
you
we're talking
people?
about chores and shit.
What is wrong with you people? I can't even get my kids to do chores. The hell is wrong with y'all,
Listen,
man?
the minute you commit to somebody, you ain't single.
The minute you commit to them? What do you mean when you say commit?
Boy,
If I'm like I said before, if I'm committed, if I'm talking to you, not you per se, but if I'm talking to, I'm just making sure we keep it clear. I'm a one woman guy. I've always said this since the beginning that we've ever started our podcast. I'm a one woman guy. I don't talk to multiple at the same time. I don't talk to 2 or 3 at the same time. I'm talking to one, and that one alone. The reason being is I don't like cheaters. I've never cheated in my life, so I'm not going to do it to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
I don't think.
the minute that I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
I'm committed to finding what I want with you. You know what I'm saying? Until we make it official or whatever happens, I'm technically I'm single, but I'm not putting it out there because I've already found interest in one person.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I want to get Lionel's opinion on this too, but I want to go to the ladies first, Lionel. Then I want you to jump in. Civil backing on what JC just said, ladies. Because I think that if you're just dating somebody, you can date multiple people and it not necessarily be cheating. But I think that once y'all have some type of conversation or some understanding where y'all both say, hey, are we going to be exclusive, and everybody mutually agrees, at that point in y'all's mind, as women, is there like a timetable that starts, right? Because now you're saying that, like, okay, I'm agreeing with this man that me and him are going to be exclusive to each other. Is it now maybe not even, maybe it's subconscious, but it's a timetable that's going that's saying, okay, where the fuck is this going now at this point? Now that we've made this quote unquote we're exclusive commitment.
No, I don't think
that
so.
don't make sense to me. How you make a quote unquote exclusive agreement and we still don't know what we're doing?
Well, y'all say y'all exclusive, but what I'm saying is just because you somebody tells you, okay, hey, I don't want to date nobody else. I want us to be exclusive. All right, cool. So y'all are exclusive as of today, the 6th of May.
So you're my boyfriend.
Whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know what the hell you call these niggas. You might call
Now
it.
you gotta be specific.
He's talking about boyfriend. He's talking about like
whatever the
boyfriend.
fuck you
Like,
call it.
he's finna be
I
your
don't know
boyfriend.
I don't know what the fuck you call these niggas, right? I'm just saying,
If a nigga asked me to be his girlfriend and we you know what I'm saying, we talked about that, okay.
right.
But I'm not just gonna sit here. Because I know, I'm sorry, you can tell me all day that you the only girl I'm talking to.
But that's
You
what
a
I'm
damn
saying.
lie.
That y'all, you're stupid. But I'm saying that y'all agree to that. What I'm trying to get to is that, like, is there something in y'all mind that's saying, okay, okay, he told me on this day we've been exclusive. I'm not talking to nobody else. I need to see where this is going in X amount of time, or are you just fucking just riding it out for infinity
No,
and to
yeah.
beyond?
I don't think in the beginning I would be so focused on like, oh my god, like when are we gonna get married? Like it's not.
I'm not saying that
It's
right
not that
away,
deep.
obviously,
Because
but
honestly, like if I am like, at this point in my life, like if I am dating you and committing to you as your girlfriend and we finna be boyfriend girlfriend, like I'm definitely gonna have the idea that I would marry you. You know what I'm saying? Like if it came to it, I would marry you. You know what I'm saying? But will that actually happen? I'm not gonna like sit and like count down for this shit. But
Right.
after maybe like it's been, you know what I'm saying, 5 years, 6 years, they're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? At that
Right.
point, what's up?
I
What we doing? But other
agree.
than that, I'm not gonna go in and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still only maybe like, well, y'all know with me, if it's a brand new person, I've known them for at least half a year. You know what I'm saying? And like I still need to get to know who they are. Like, yes, maybe in that point in time,
Absolutely.
I can decide like, hey, you know, I would, you know, I could see myself marrying them. That's what I always say. That's what I always say to myself. Like, could I see myself marrying this person? Like, that's really what it comes down to. So, like, if I could see that, then I would definitely be in a relationship. That would be the only reason I would be in a relationship with someone. But at the same time, you just never know what happens in relationships. You know, like things
mm-hmm.
happen, people
Right.
change,
It could just be
situations change.
Totally agree.
you with that person for so long, and maybe it wasn't meant to come out with marriage at the end, but maybe it was just like a learning lesson, or just like something that you can say, oh, I experienced this, and this is maybe something I would steer away from, or maybe this is something I would like, but maybe it wasn't the right time for me and that person. Like, because I feel like I'm not dating no one without having a mindset to where maybe things could go further than us just dating, because
Right.
I feel like you gotta really fuck with each other. I'm just not gonna date an, because I know dudes still this age that would be like, we can talk for a couple minutes. Oh, you're trying to be my girl? What? You don't even know like my middle name. Like, why are you asking me to be your girlfriend?
He
That's
believes
just weird.
love at first sight. Bree, Jesus Christ. Why do you hate? Why do you hate? Why do you
You're
hate
not doing. You're
romanticism?
not. I don't hate guys that are romantic. I just feel like you are just thinking that's what I want, so you're trying to give it to me. Like that's
Oh,
not
he's gassing.
ideal for
Don't
me.
get it fucked up.
What if he's being genuine though? You know what I'm saying? What if he's being genuine?
Yeah.
What if he's genuinely
Yeah.
interested in you and wants, and wants something real with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I say this because I'm the type of dude that if I'm gonna date you, it's because like everybody else says, it's because I see myself marrying you, right? But I'm not gonna put you on hold, waiting for you to waiting for me to do something when I know it's the right thing to do. You get what I'm saying?
No.
But it could just be the right thing to you. So I feel like if you can take into consideration my feelings, and if I want to, you know what I'm saying, just let me fill you out some more, because I know dudes is like either like I fuck with them heavy or I don't fuck with them at all. And that's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like majority of the niggas that are my age, that are either younger or the same age or a little bit older than me, that's not where they're, you know what I'm saying? And if it is, I feel like it's because they just want to hurry up the process of maybe smashing, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, get into other things that they feel like, oh, if I was their girlfriend, they would get it out. Like, I'd rather dudes be upfront, like from the jump. Like if they, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta sugarcoat or act like, or even if you are genuine, let me get to that point where I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I am feeling you, to where maybe I feel like we could date. But like,
Right.
Holla at me, Lionel.
it's
Wait. I'm trying to think of the subject at hand here. We were talking about
Drugs.
Like,
We're talking
what the
about
fuck were we talking about?
drugs.
No, the last topic. Like, what were we just talking about?
No, so I formulated a question to where like you and your lady, y'all have agreed that y'all are exclusive now, and I was asking the ladies, like, is in their brain, is it a timetable at that point? They're like, okay, I've agreed with this man and me and him are exclusive, we boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. Is there a timetable now that that the women start putting on the relationship, right? To where like, okay, on this day we've committed that we're together. Where the fuck is this shit going? You know what I'm saying? Do they start? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. No, that definitely exists. But in my experience, that exists like from everybody else. Like everybody else is like, okay, so when's the baby coming? Are we ready
Very
for
true,
we ready
my
for a
nigga.
grandson? You ready for a nephew? Oh, when's the wedding? I can't wait to fly out to the wedding. I know it's gonna be a destination. I'm so ready. I can't wait to see the ring. Like that's more of a thing. You know, it's not so
Yeah.
much her. So like with that kind of energy, like that's just I don't know. I feel like marriage is. I don't feel any kind of pressure when it comes to marriage because that's not something to rush into. Like that's not something you could just run into. Like nobody could pressure you into that. That's your life. So like, I don't know what kind of pressure is anybody even gonna apply. Like you're gonna play yourself if you say, okay, no, there's this time span. I've been kind of like here for like you have to ask yourself, where are you? Like how are you feeling mentally? Where are you at? Like those are the questions. It's not based on time. Like love is not a thing that's correspondent to time. There's no direct correlation between love and time. I'm telling you, somebody can rush into getting married within 3 months of knowing each other, and that shit lasts for a lifetime, eternity. Or like they could rush 3 months and like it be done the next 3 months. There's
Real
no
talk.
genuine correlation to time.
Yeah, I agree.
So that comes down to each individual. It comes down to each individual, one, and then two, it comes down to each couple.
And
so like
I feel like if
yeah,
you're
that's
willing to
that.
make it work, because I mean, shit can happen, but if you're willing, like, and wanting to try and shit for it to really work out, you're gonna try your hardest. You're gonna try to do everything in your power to make it like really go through and see that your relationship is successful, your marriage is successful. But I was gonna say, like, back to like the marriage thing or waiting for marriage, like if I feel like I had to ask my boyfriend, like, so when are we gonna get married? When are you gonna propose? I would never do that personally because I just feel like that's me putting pressure on my man I'm not ready for, or maybe pressuring him to do something that he doesn't really want. And I wouldn't want to make him unhappy just to make me happy because I feel like that's selfish. So I feel like you just know when you're just tired of waiting, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah,
I
which
wouldn't
is
like
fair,
sit there
yeah.
and ask someone repeatedly, because I know people that are like that. They be asking their man, so when are you gonna, like, I would never sit here and ask a dude over and over, when you gonna propose to me? Like,
That's like a
but
turn
if he,
off.
yeah, like I just feel like that's just so, like, I don't know. I feel like it's disrespectful in a way because it's like
But that's
you're
why I
just not.
said. But if you recall, that's why I said I feel like this is a woman question because really all the, for lack of a better term, all the power is with the man in this scenario. Because
I agree.
even if a woman is ready, a woman can be ready for 4 years and she's just waiting for this nigga. But the woman feels like, well, I don't want to rush him if he's not ready, even though she's been ready for 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I was asking the questions I was asking toward the women. Because
Yeah, I mean, there has to
because
be.
go ahead.
I personally around with a dude, like, you know what I'm saying? If we could do it, we have the means to do it, and it's just, he maybe just isn't ready. I would just be like, not even giving him an ultimatum, but just being like, hey, you know what? I love you. I always have love for you, but I just don't think I want to wait until you're finally ready.
Right.
And it would suck because he could maybe pop the question tomorrow, next week, and maybe you just ruined it. But
Yeah, but no, that's
I don't
fair.
know.
But that's completely fair. Like you have all the space in the world to like make that decision. Like, guess what? I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't want this relationship anymore. Guess what? Somebody at the grocery store put a ring on it. Or guess what? Like, I don't want to marry anybody. Or guess what? I'm gonna stay
And
here.
it may not be
not.
that you found someone else. It may just be that you're
Like, I'm
just
tired. I'm going to sleep. I don't want
tired.
to relationship. Yeah. Like, and that's fair. Like, that literally is
And
fair.
I don't
Just like
think
when
nothing's
a
wrong
guy
with
gets
that,
on a
and you
knee to
should.
say, "Will you marry me?" You have the option to say like yes or no. Like that doesn't change. Like you could say that at any point. It's like literally up to you. Like, is this person worth it? Is the D good enough? Do you want to sit around?
Whoa! Shout out to the
Is
D.
it genuinely worth it? Are you gonna be happy here for a lifetime? Like while you're sitting here waiting?
Like, could you really see yourself
Yeah, like if
full
you're
long
impatient
term?
waiting a few years, if you're impatient waiting for a few years for this person, then could you seriously do a lifetime with them because it's gonna be a lot more test of time.
Would you
than that.
wipe their ass when they're old?
Whoa! Talk to me, Sister Mo.
Real shit.
Would you wipe? Whose ass would you wipe, Mo?
I don't know. I'm not thinking about those things right now.
You gotta think about it, Sister Mo. You ain't gonna be
I'm
young
gonna hire
forever.
someone, nigga.
Hilarious.
I got you.
Uh,
I I got you, boo. I got you the best people. You know what I'm saying? We good.
Hey,
Got
okay.
home health care.
I want you to answer this though, Sister Mo, because I think you and JC were very aligned on this particular question. But I don't know, man.
I'm
think,
sorry. We have to reset the question because,
that's what I was gonna do. But you can
Oh.
you can reset it though, Mo. Go ahead.
no, go ahead because I don't know it.
I don't want to do it. Anymore. I don't want to do it anymore now.
I don't know it.
Hilarious.
I'm like, he was gonna
Mo said, I'm just
together.
hearing this motherfucker.
I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Always.
No. But so what I'm saying is that like, and here's the question that I was kind of asking to the ladies right now is that like, in my sexy radio guy voice, is
goodbye.
is because there's so much power with the men in this particular situation. As a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, because Bree was making the point that, well, I don't want to, ask a nigga like, hey, so when are we going to get married? And it seems like as a woman, you're in such a, for lack of a better term, inferior position when you're with a guy and you want to move forward to marriage, right? That like, you don't want to ask, you got to wait for him, even though you may have been ready, right? Because I don't know too many women that have said no when a man proposed. Even if the woman wasn't technically ready, she just feels like she's almost obligated to say yes if a motherfucker proposes.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Damn, you would say no, Bree? That's
That is
fucked
sad.
up.
If I genuinely was not ready to marry you, yeah, that reminds me of a time when I met a dude 3 days and he came up to my school with a giant ass teddy bear and was like, be my girlfriend outside his little thing. I'm like, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
That was such a turn off. He was so fine, like super attractive, but it was a
So
big no for me.
So we know Bree hates
Just
nice
because like
guys.
romanticism is cool, romanticism takes you so far genuinely as a guy, but at the same
I'm
time,
like 3 days.
keeping your cool is probably even more important. Don't lose your fly and keep your cool at the same time. But then at the same time, spruce it up and
Like,
keep it
bro,
funky
you
and
lost
like.
all cool points.
Talk to me, Sister Mo. Do you also hate nice guys like Bree does?
I'm dead. I'm not trying to rush nothing. And
3
I mean,
days,
as far
Mom?
as like,
I said the 3 days.
3
Well,
days is
He just wanted to
hell
be your
no.
girl. He just wanted to be your boyfriend. No, damn, Bree.
Yeah, I mean, y'all was young, so I probably would have been like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My young ass.
Yeah,
Cause he just
look,
like,
I was
cool, bitch. Y'all finna see me walking the halls with him. I don't give a fuck. And he just
girl, no.
did all this in
I
front of
always
you.
had that.
Me walking to claim my teddy bear like shit. Yeah, that's my man.
Oh, girl, I still took the bear.
I know y'all seen it. Y'all seen it
I
right.
still took
Yeah,
the
somebody
bear.
was recorded.
You
But no, I mean, I personally am just really trying to get away from the idea that like marriage is just like the end game for my life. Like, I'm really trying to get away from that idea because I really don't think, I mean, it's nice to have someone and it's nice to be in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that people should be so pressed about like, I need to be married. I need to do this. Like, I don't know. I feel like life happens the way that it happens, regardless of what it is that you plan it to do or like wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can make your way, but still life is going to happen. So it's like, I don't know.
This is true.
That's
JC.
a better because that's how you attract things like subconsciously. If like you genuinely wanted to get married, that kind of energy is like the energy that gets you married because you attract the things that like you aren't even thinking about, and the things that you are thinking heavily about, you're pushing further away from you. So it's just
Yeah.
crazy how
Yeah.
that works, but it's real. And so
Manifestation is a
so that's the
real,
thing
real
about like
thing.
pressuring and like you don't pressure things; they happen in their time. Like if you think that
Yeah.
you're more powerful than like the God and like the universe to be able to like fixate some stuff that was gonna happen already, and it doesn't happen in this time, and then it's like ruined, you know?
Well, y'all all
yeah.
know
And I
that.
feel like you shouldn't.
Y'all, my
Go
bad,
ahead.
Bree, but
Sorry.
y'all all know that JC is our resident romantic. So talk to me, JC,
Yeah.
because you are like the nigga that's
I
gonna
love
like
brow heads.
Not even.
Bald head hoe shit. Bald head hoe shit.
y'all know that JC is
Get
the,
it, bitch.
hilarious. JC is the guy that fits that role that like anything you've seen on the movie, JC's probably done it before. So not on a porn movie. My bad.
Really?
Hold on. Let me back up. I'm talking about like the
Oh,
note.
okay.
I'm talking about like the Notebook, shit like that. Shit like
Like
that. Shit like
romance
that.
comedy,
Yeah,
that's JC?
that's all JC.
Okay.
He's
And
that
I
guy.
just seen The Notebook recently for the first time.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not.
never seen it.
That shit is.
That was the
Fucking,
first time I seen it, bro.
did you?
Did you
And
cry?
honestly,
Did you cry?
It
Yeah,
was
did
a
you
good.
cry?
It was a good movie. I was like, oh. But I hate watching lovey shit because then again, I'm emotional. I'm an emotional person. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
No,
and
me
it's not even
too.
just like sad emotions. Like I'm mad emotions, happy emotions. I'm in a very like just animated person. I think when it comes to my emotions. So like it just I can't watch romantic shit. Like I
I
looked at the
so
Notebook,
understand that.
bro. And then the ending, I was just like, oh my god, like I'm over here crying and shit. I'm like,
Like I'm
and I
not doing
don't.
this to myself today. I don't have like the
Yes, I
emotional
don't
strength
like
to
making
like get
myself
through.
cry over movies and shit. I don't
Yeah,
like it. It makes me feel weak. I'm like, damn, toughen up,
I
bitch.
not
Like,
like
weak.
it.
what
I
the
just
fuck?
don't let nobody see me cry.
I be watching it by myself, but you know what I'm
Hilarious.
saying. I'm trying to branch out. That's why I don't watch a lot of things. I just started Insecure finally, and so now I'm just like watching some love shit. I'm just like,
Hilarious.
oh, and fucking Midnight Sun is coming out this year. I know for the people who actually care about Twilight and shit.
Jesus.
Nigga, I'm
Alright.
gonna lose
Were
touch
you
with
gonna
reality.
ask JC
I
something?
know. I mean, I'm trying to get to JC. I want JC
I'm
to.
sorry, JC.
I want JC to react to some of the stuff that he's heard from the three of you all, regarding y'all thoughts on this shit. Talk to me, JC.
I mean, I'm a hopeful romantic. I am. I definitely am. And I say this because I know that I believe in love now, um, because I've learned the real value of love. You know what I'm saying? I went through a divorce. I went through a very very tough time, and I fell out of love with the idea of loving again. You know what I'm saying? So when I met a certain someone and she taught me, or rather said, there was something that it was something that I knew because it's something that your parents teach you all the time growing up. Hey, love yourself before anything else. Love yourself before anyone else. Stuff like that. Um, but you never put it into motion until somebody actually, other than your parents, other than your family, brings it out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I met the right, when I met the right person who was able to bring it out of me, I realized how much I was dissatisfied with myself, and I realized how much I didn't love myself because I lacked it. I lacked it. I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't who I thought I wanted to be. So when I met that one person that tells me, "Yo, you gotta love yourself first," but not only told me, she pushed me to do it, and now the idea of being in love again is everything I want. So, and I always say this: love should never be measured on time, but rather on moments. And time is only a factor when you're remembering those moments. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to appreciate the moments and not the time, because time will pass, but moments last forever. Moments will always last forever. You know what I mean? So you got to learn how to build on that. You got to learn how to take that and run with it, and make sure that, like I said, whenever time becomes a factor, is because you're remembering those moments that made you who you are today. That's why I am a hopeful romantic. That's why